This is Kat,
And this is Saskia,
and this is Note to Self.
your weekly dose of everything that's just simply too long to text.
All right, we're back.
We're back, baby.
God, I need your energy on a Friday.
I'm trying to shake it off. I'm shaking off the energy, you know?
I'll catch it.
I got to get out of the it was a rough week, man. It was a rough week.
Oh my God, the fact that you just didn't blink saying that.
It was just long. I was so tired today and was trying to push through and, you know, got to get the energy going.
Oh my
God. You trick yourself into having energy. I do it all the time.
I just had too many coffees to the point where I'm like jittery. I'm like, yeah.
Oh no, I hate
Like a
that.
chihuahua.
I was going to have a second coffee, but I realized that was definitely not in the cards for me today.
I had 2 espressos back to back on an empty stomach.
That's a choice.
I think I'm like have coffee sweats.
It's also bad for your stomach to do that as well.
I just inhaled like 20 Swedish fish candies, lollies.
Same.
I just said to Saskia, I was like, oh, I had too many lollies. And we haven't heard the word lolly, which for Americans is candy.
It's so true. No one says lollies. I guess it's a very English thing.
I said this to Joe the other day. I was like, do we have any lollies? And he was like,
Wait,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
at supermarkets in Australia, I'm now thinking. So in America, it's like the confectionary aisle. I think in Australia it says lollies. Does it?
It's Jinx.
Okay.
Wait,
Australia.
no. I think it's it's confectionary.
Man, can someone who listens to this podcast who lives in Australia please go to the local Woolworths?
Woolies.
Woolies, love Woolies. Or Coles. Those are our 2 big supermarket chains in Australia for our American listeners. This is fascinating for you. Great way to start it off. But can you please go and see if lollies is on the aisle description? I'd like to know.
I love giving listeners some homework. You know, Dad's going to just message me like 20 minutes after this comes out with no context.
Just a photo.
Yeah. So for people who did not listen to the other week's episode,
Or follow us on social.
so for context, in the episode a few weeks ago, I made a reference to my celebrity lookalike being Stuart Little. And zero context, my dad sends me a message, like no text, of an AI
AI generated. You can't get it out.
an AI generated image of Stuart Little with my face like stretched out onto it. And he's just like, this AI generated mouse is like hands, paws in pockets, paws in pockets, standing in front of like a fountain in Central Park. And I was like, I guess no context.
Nothing. Just the image. Nothing
it.
else. We shared it on social. Just another reason to follow us. You know, check out Note to Self on
Oh
Instagram.
my God.
But actually, how does your dad know how to use like the AI generated image tool things?
I don't even
'Cause
know.
to be honest, I don't either.
I don't know.
It's like ChatGPT is where I'm at. That's where we go.
I don't know, but this was an hour after the ep had been released. So number 1 fan, thanks Dad, love you. But I was like,
Love you.
huh.
Shout out. Biggest fan. Biggest follower. Yeah, that's aggressive though. He was like immediate, ready for it. Wow, you are so your father's daughter because
I
this
know.
would be something you would do.
I was about to say, I'm like, the apple does not fall far from the tree. My greatest joy in life. However, but I don't know how to use that feature.
No, neither. I thought he made it himself, to be honest, when I first saw it, which was really overestimating the skill level of a 60-year-old?
73, 70.
Yeah.
Dad's going to be like, no, that's not how old I am.
I would be shocked if he knew how to use Photoshop.
So for people who don't know, my dad is like a man of incredible talent who like just always somehow manages to surprise me in the best possible way. But when Saskia
What are his
sees-
talents?
It's just very funny.
Oh, okay.
It's a very funny. But also I'm sure that he would be able to juggle.
Right.
I'm sure like he just comes
I
out.
see what you mean.
And when he's having a conversation, sometimes he very, very subtly just like weaves in a skill or a past experience or something, and you have to double take and say,
Like,
don't
what happened?
sandwich that, unpack it, He's like 9 lives, more than 9 lives.
Dude, you guys are so the same. That is totally you, though. We always say, cat has 9 lives, literally.
I think I'm on 8.5 right now. We gotta
Oh,
take it
no.
easy.
Take
Take it easy.
I don't know how the half got there, but okay.
Hey, listen, I'll take them in incremental values. That's fine. So, yes, my dad, number one fan of our potty, but shocks me and surprises me in the best way. And we'll have to reshare that Stuart Little.
Oh, it is good. That really got me, man. I still think about that. It was not what I expected for a celebrity lookalike, but there we were.
It's
Note
jarring.
to self, don't ever take a question Kat asks you seriously. Me being like so thoughtful about what my answer might be.
You had said Misha Barton, and I was like, honestly, that's very true. But I was like, this is a setup.
It was a total setup.
This is absolutely.
Oh man. So what else has been going on?
Well, I think I should address the elephant in the room, and just.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say. Here we go. Go ahead.
No. If you notice bruises on my arms, they are not from anything sus.
Oh my God, yes, you can actually see them on the
you?
camera a little bit. Sorry guys for those watching. Oh yeah, so what happened again?
So this is Saskia's favorite surprise.
Tell you what, one second. We've had multiple cars beeping. There's been 2 planes fly over really low. Like, what is going on? This is insane. It is ultra loud here today, so I really hope it's not being picked up. Sorry, guys.
But also, it just adds to the...
Yeah, like we're New York girlies. We're just living the New York life.
I don't like that. I'd prefer the
This
planes.
is me trying to get energy.
Oh my God.
I'll just play a character. Bruises.
Bruises. Okay. Nothing sus, everybody. Nothing. It is from jujitsu. There is no... Saskia walked in and was like, what the fuck happened to your arm?
I immediately thought something sexual.
And I was like,
would be on brand for you.
Okay, my brain went somewhere else. It's nothing. I was not hurt. It's from jujitsu.
Dude,
I
would
bruised.
so be on brand. Be like, so I'm now into BDSM. And like, I'd be like, okay, yeah, we're here for that.
As you're just setting up the lights.
Yeah. Like, what's in the corner? You're like, don't look.
I was like, don't worry, don't touch anything.
But jiu-jitsu, how did you get started on that? Because I've seen you post about that, but I actually haven't spoken to you about it, questioned it, nothing. I don't know anything about it. I was a boxing girly, so I don't really know anything about jiu-jitsu. It's hard to say, man.
It is.
Jiu-jitsu.
We'll sound it out. Jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu.
I do want to get back into boxing, but that's a side note. So my friend opened up a martial arts studio.
Who's what friend?
I mean, I don't know if I should say his name, but
You
his
don't
studio
have to, but
is
isn't how do you
Daruma.
know them? I was like, I don't know a friend.
So this is a friend who I met through another friend, and then we became friends.
Okay.
So
Right.
through
So
a
I was like, are
mutual-
we just casually hanging out with people in the martial arts space now?
yeah, it's like the new run club. That's Joe's
You're getting
line.
up before work and going
That's-
to
oh my-
jiu-jitsu?
no, we're not doing any pre-work hangs. We've discussed this. But Joe was like, maybe this is the new run club. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm one of those people.
Are you going with Joe?
No, I tried to convince him, and he was like, I love you. No. I was like,
I would go
respect.
with you.
No, okay. This is selective memory, you motherfucker. Remember months and months ago, I was like, hey, to the group thread with, 5 of our friends. And I was like, hey, does anyone want to do jujitsu with me on Saturday morning? And it was crickets.
I do actually remember
Crickets. Like no one even reacted to it. And I was like,
Saturday
heard.
mornings are very busy for me. Every week, I go to the Fort Greene markets. Fort Greene is a local park in New York City. It's gorgeous. They have a farmer's market. I get all my beautiful things. I go to the gym. I make a lovely breakfast. There's a lot happening. I get up on Saturday mornings and I'm stressed because I know how much I have to do. in a
The
short
farmer's
amount of
market
time.
should not be as stressful.
You got to get there early. The lines build up. So I can't fit jiu-jitsu into that as well.
Well, it's Wednesdays now, except obviously not, next week.
Before work or after work?
After. You think I'm tumbling around at a mat before work?
Oh, no,
That's
babe.
Pilates time.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, so bollocks for you to say that you've never heard about this before. The selective ass memory.
All I remember is you asking the group if we wanted to do like a self-defense class, and it was like also silence.
I know.
Which really we should have responded to. I remember thinking, I boxed for 8 years. I'll be fine.
It's
very different.
It's very different.
Yeah.
I do want to get back into boxing, but the jujitsu. So yes, my friend opened a studio. Very proud of him. It's amazing. And then the first class I went to, I was just supporting, and then I signed up for more, and
Now you're a jiu-jitsu girl.
Is
it kicking?
No, that's karate.
No.
Actually, no.
That's not just karate.
Like, you just kick them and then they're down.
No, but I thought jiu-jitsu was like full body. Like you're not just punching, right?
You're not punching. It's basically like, I'm going to give the worst explanation. I don't even want to explain
Do it.
Do
it. I'm ready.
There's a lot of like grappling and like taking your partner down.
So it's like wrestling.
In a way.
Huh. I see why you're into it.
I know. Wait, I went to... This is good.
Are there guys in this class? Are you grappling guys?
I was at the beginning.
Watch out.
He was more concerned that I got paired up with like a very attractive woman a few months ago. And he's like,
True.
And now
true.
I just go to the women's only class.
Oh, I think I would prefer that, to be honest.
Scared,
I don't want
Joseph.
to like wrestle some like sweaty dude.
No, but
I'm
if
good.
I get taken down from a self-defense aspect, it's more likely going to be a dude. So I should probably expose myself more.
But I want to start with the gals.
The girls, we just giggle.
Yeah.
Giggle and grapple.
Fun. Giggling and grappling.
Giggle and grapple.
They should sell the glasses that I'd go.
Oh my God, that's going to be so loud in people's ears, that clap.
Come giggle and grapple with us Wednesday after work at, what is the place called?
Daruma Martial Arts.
Where is it?
In Crown Heights, which is a suburb in Brooklyn. For people, okay, yeah, I lost you.
We're just telling everyone about the suburbs.
Yeah.
Fort Greene, really lovely park. Crown Heights, suburb in Brooklyn. If you want to know more, we'll just keep listing out the suburbs in New York.
We can just get Joe
or
to
the borough. I guess boroughs are bigger.
We can just get Joe to show us a map. He loves a map.
Also, we have said that people know that Joe's your boyfriend, right? We've brought that up.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just to be clear.
Yeah.
People are like, who's this Joe guy?
And for the record, no, I have to address this. I am no longer engaged.
Oh, yeah,
I
true.
am no longer, that was quite a few years ago. Oh, we're gonna, the mitzvah trucks. It's Friday.
Wait, actually, that reminds me. When I was in Copenhagen last summer, so the kids, when they graduate high school,
Oh, yeah.
This is the craziest story. I did not know this until I was there. I was coincidentally there when there was like graduating time. And what they do is when they graduate, I think it's over a week or 2 week period, each like schools get like a specific day, and they travel around the city on these like giant kind of like open almost truck bus type things, and they all decorate them, and they're all wearing these little like almost looks like sailor hats and they go to each kid's house and like they're wasted. And I have this video of like all these kids, they pull up outside one of the houses, and then the parents like host them and they like offer them a drink, and then they're drinking on the bus, and you see them get off, and the kid whose house it is, they all like put their arms up and they create like a tunnel, and then they do like a beer, what is it? Like the keg thing? No. Beer funnel? Ugh, I clearly don't drink beer. The thing where you have it in the mouth and then you pour the beer in the whatever.
Yeah,
They drink a lot just in that moment, okay? And then they go into the parents' house and they go all around the city, and everyone in the city will stop and cheer them. So
That's very
everyone's
sweet.
Screaming and yelling. But the year I was there was the king's son had graduated. So, and he goes to school at one of these like schools in Copenhagen. And I was like thinking, I wonder if they get to go to the palace, because they're meant to go to each of their homes.
Oh, shit.
This rowdy bunch of teenagers rocks up to the palace.
No.
They're all super drunk. I think it did happen, actually. I should ask my friend who lives there and see if it did happen.
I mean, that would be...
They're a very low-key place. I feel like it wouldn't be crazy. I could never see that happening with the English royals, but...
No.
Yeah, the Danes, they're cool. They know how to party. It was amazing, though. It reminds me of that bus, and they were always playing music. It was really cool.
You know what? I'll take it.
And I liked that the families were involved as well. Like, obviously, they were all drinking a lot, but I thought it was interesting. It's so different to, I feel, here. And I mean, Australia slightly is a bit more accepting of, like, underage drinking, but here I feel it's like you would not see that happening.
What?
Kids going to each of their families' homes and they're offering them drinks and they're all wasted as
Oh
they
no,
celebrate.
they would be like getting a lawsuit ready.
Yeah.
Just for shits and gigs.
Yeah.
You know,
They'd
like,
be
ugh.
signing the paperwork on arrival.
That would be like each house. That would be so bad.
But it reminded me also of what we do in Australia, which is Schoolies.
Oh.
Did you go to Schoolies?
I didn't go to Schoolies.
So for listeners that are not Australian, Schoolies is our version of a celebration after high school. And when you graduate, there's a few kind of big beach cities in Australia that all these kids will flock to. We went to the Whitsundays, which is in Queensland, but like Gold Coast is a big one. Apparently Bali has now become a destination. Like people will go overseas. But it's kind of, when I think about it, absurd. It's essentially all these 17-year-olds flocking. Every year something bad happens. Like,
yeah.
Always. Because there's just so much alcohol intake. It's crazy. And
we should also say 17 and 18 because when you graduate, you're typically 18. And the legal drinking
not in
age-
Queensland. You're 17, sometimes 16.
Oh
You
my
guys are
God.
older down south.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the drinking age in Australia is 18, not 21.
Yes. Yeah. So I mean, you're closer, but the parties I remember, they hold this I guess the organization that runs Schoolies holds all these parties, and I remember going to a foam party in the Whitsundays.
gross.
Dude. I remember I had to leave. I had a panic attack. I couldn't breathe because the foam was so dense on the dance floor. I got out. I was like like outside the club. Schoolies was ratchet, man.
There was nothing appealing to me about going to Schoolies, because I don't like people and I don't like crowds.
Oh. Why do you live in New York?
I like to be in my box.
You just don't leave here. Avoid the crowd.
I'm an inside cat. I like far away action.
I
like
feel
to
that.
look at the outside from in.
I mean, I don't love crowds either. I was so excited. I mean, we did it. We got, like, the girls and I I think it was 8 of us, and we got this beautiful hotel that we all stayed at, and we all, like, cooked a meal every night. We're so cute.
You are an old soul.
And then,
Dude.
wait, the Red Frogs. So the Red Frogs are this organization that go and offer support for kids. I think it's a religious organization. I don't know. I can't remember. But they were all so lovely. But they all took such a fondness for us. And whenever we were out, if there was one of us missing, they'd be like, where's Saskia? Or where's blah, blah, blah. And they'd be looking out for us. And of course, in typical me fashion, I have a meltdown one night because I just feel like no one was listening to me. I was so dramatic. Still am. I distinctly said, and this quote to this day has been repeated to me, why are you always trying to outdo me?
Oh my
God. I had done like 2 shots and I was proud of myself, and my friend did 3. She's like, yeah, I did 3. And that's what I said.
Why would you take that so personally?
Babe, I was 17. I don't know what was going on. And I just remember storming off. Classic drama. Always trying to. I honestly feel like so often I was trying to reenact Misha Barton in the OC.
Well, now
Tying
we've
back
come
to the
full
OC.
circle.
Yeah. Always trying to be her, man. So dramatic. I've just grown up a little. Still the drama, though.
We love a little drums.
Love some drama.
I also am not surprised that your group were basically like the poster children for how to behave at Schoolies.
Yeah.
When everyone else is getting like bullshit blackout.
Hey, we were doing that too.
Were you having like a roast chicken?
We all cooked a meal and then we get blacked out.
But that's the way to do it. I
know.
Okay,
We were smart.
breakfast is not the most important meal. It is having a meal before you consume alcohol.
100%.
Starchy carbs.
We were also sweet. Our parents trusted us.
Huh.
You just have to trick them into thinking that you're a good kid.
No, you were a good kid. Stop trying to act like you're
I snuck out a lot, but mom just trusted me so much. Dude, I tell her the wildest stories about me sneaking out. She's like, she had no idea. I was like, yeah, I just did what I had to do.
Where were you going to go on Magnetic Island?
No, we were living on this. So my family live on an island off the coast of Australia. It's very small. There would be nowhere to go. But growing up, I lived in the main town.
Your driveway?
170,000 people is the main town. The driveways. No, we went to the local park. Okay.
Oh my God. Actually, didn't we all go to our local park?
Right? Who
Yeah.
didn't sneak out? And wait, I lived across from my school. So sometimes I snuck out and we'd go to the school. Which I think is
Why?
so funny.
Wait. I just want to sit with this for a second. So, Jesus Christ. Yeah, no wonder your parents trusted you. So I just want to...
She's just sneaking out to go back to school.
Just like with your backpack ready. So hang on. I want to set the scene. Saskia and her friends decide to sneak out. And sneaking out meant going to the place that you already spend 5 days a week. And what, on the playgrounds, on the
oval, but with alcohol.
Were you actually?
Yes. Oh my God, I'm not that lame. I
remember.
remember.
Why does everyone have to outdo me?
I remember my first drink was a cruiser grapefruit. Cruiser grapefruits are like what? Sky? What are Sky? Like the Smirnoff mixed drinks they've got here.
Smirnoff Double Blacks.
Oh
Smirnoff
my God.
Ice Double Blacks.
We used to get on Smirnoff Ice Double Blacks. These things were heinous. They were 1.9 standard drinks because we go in standard drinks, not like the percentage. I don't think they do that here.
No, which honestly everyone should be doing.
It makes a lot more sense. So essentially, 2 standard
1.9,
drinks.
roll up to 2. Round up.
I honestly think legally were they allowed to? Marketing. They were sold in an 18 pack, wasn't it? It was something absurd, or maybe a 10 pack. It was a lot.
I think you could get a 4, 8,
Dude, I remember
12,
the big
16
ones.
case.
Maybe we just always got 10. Those things, I would just be so drunk.
So much sugar too. I'm shocked that I have teeth.
My hangovers then were worse than they are now. I mean, I don't drink as much now, but I honestly think it was because of the sugar.
The sugar.
So much sugar.
This is why if I go out, I can only... If we have a girls' night and we're ordering cocktails, I can only do 1 cocktail and then I have to switch to wine.
Wine has so much sugar in it, though.
But I get more hungover from a cocktail because it's like... Yeah.
That is so weird because I get more hungover from wine.
Yeah, you do.
But I'm only drinking like martinis, which I don't think have a lot of sugar in them. Except
you
want to
drink
have, like,
medicine.
3 espresso martinis and then I'm like shaking. Always fun.
I might have a little espresso mart later.
Ooh. That sounds
saucy.
delicious.
No, I probably should not have any more caffeine today.
I'll have one. I have a lot to do tomorrow morning though, so I need to get an early night tonight, Friday night. I love how I say I'm in my party girl era, but that's like 10% of the time. I've been thinking about that a lot.
I also think the more that you say something, the less it happens. Because you're like, no, I'm in my party girl era. No, I'm in my party girl era. And you're like, but the farmer's market.
It's like I'm in my party girl era, but also my stay at home and be quiet era.
Yeah.
Which is probably more of the time.
Well, when I see your location,
it's always home.
Or my little ant sim farm, where is everyone where they need to be?
Where am I?
Always at home.
So are you, babe.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I think that's
so
because
true.
we always look at nighttime, and I don't do things during the week. That's also a qualm I have. Who is doing stuff during the week?
I am.
Really?
I truly, oh my God, I keep milking. I truly think it's a way of like regaining like some independence outside of work, because I feel like then I feel like overwhelmed on the weekends because I have no me time. But
honestly,
if I'm doing some things trickled throughout like the week, then I feel like I still have some sense of independence.
You're very right, to be fair. I think I've gotten so precious with my time during the week, and I'm just so tired. But if I do like one thing during the week and I have it scheduled in, or maybe it's a last minute thing, I always enjoy it.
Yeah.
So maybe that could be a test I could take away, is I have to now start scheduling one thing during the week. Of course I take away the fun. Here we go.
Yeah,
scheduling it in.
So you're literally scheduling fun. You are literally trying to schedule fun.
This is why I need to go to Burning Man. I need a reset, man. I got to reset this vibe. I bought a ton of my costumes yesterday, and you were going to die when you see some of the things I'm wearing.
What do you mean a ton of costumes?
I have so many outfits. You have to have 15 outfits. One for day, one for night. I'm there 7 days. 14. Maybe need some extras. I know. It's very stressful. Self-imposed stress.
I know.
First world problems right here. My Burning Man costumes are really hard to figure out.
What can you just give me like a very elevator pitch of what kind of theme or color?
Well, I'm trying to
palette?
figure out my vibe, which I've not yet figured out. So I kind of just bought a bunch of random shit. I have one like black latex costume.
Oh, I like that.
I have
like
one
that.
full body mesh suit.
I like that.
I'm gonna do a full body like rhinestone suit too.
Okay, I like that.
And then I have a bodysuit that's like silver with a love heart in it. And that's going to be my kind of fun, spacey look. I need to build on it. All I have is the bodysuit. I feel like they'll be cool. They're cool.
I like
What
this.
do you think I was wearing?
I don't know. Some kind. Oh shit! Fucked if I know.
Yeah.
The things that come out of your wardrobe is.
Hey, they're going to be cool.
You were wearing a Jerry Seinfeld shirt right now.
I knew you were going to say. That's what I thought you were going to bring up earlier in the podcast. I was waiting for it. I was like, she's going to bring up the Jerry Seinfeld shirt. I love this shirt.
I think it looks great, and you and Jerry both really.
We need to we'll bring up the Jerry Seinfeld photo when we edit so you can see the comparison. I don't see it. I think this is chic. It's a Spanish brand. I love it.
I think it's
Dominguez.
great.
We'll shout it out.
My elephant in the room was so that listeners knew that I was not in a brawl. That instead I was just tumbling around.
Tumbling around.
Tumbelina.
Tumbelina. Wait, I had to grab something. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Can we cut that?
Saskia just like exited from frame without. Did you forget that I was here? Did you forget that we are around lights and a camera?
just that is the perfect example of what's the thing that happens when my brain does
Buffers?
Did we call it buffering?
Well, mine buffers.
No, I think we call it, we have a saying for when my brain does this silly thing where it can't quite get there. Remember that my friend who mentioned it's like there's two chipmunks?
Oh my God.
And they're trying to connect the power cords and they're trying so hard. They're like, they just can't quite get there.
That's
glitching.
Glitching.
There we
you
go.
Glitch.
I glitch.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
You glitch. I buffer. And so you're like, my
together-
brain is glitching, and I'm like, I'm buffering, and then I just, you know how sometimes I just have like a blank stare? I just realized I hadn't blinked in a while too.
Blink more.
You know that when Joe knows when I'm angry. I think we spoke about this on another I don't know, but he knows that I'm angry and I'm getting real fired up when I don't blink. We did discuss this.
Oh,
we
I
did.
do remember you said that. Yeah.
So sometimes he's like, please blink, please, and I'm like,
You always blink at me.
I'm never mad at you.
Yeah, I'm perfect. Wait, so I did have something that I wanted to ask you because I've been thinking about something that I want to talk about this week. Well, something came to mind, and I'm keen to hear what you say. What's the most embarrassing thing you liked for a man?
What?
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 Why are you struggling with this question?
What's the most embarrassing? Oh,
You're
what did
buffering.
Oh, yeah. What is the most embarrassing thing that I have found attractive in a guy?
No, that you've pretended to like for a man.
Someone's walk.
Huh? Mm-hmm. What? You pretended to like someone's walk.
Well, they can't help it.
So you were like, damn, you have a great walk.
No, I just never I'm very, very.
I don't think you're getting the question.
I don't think I'm getting the question. I'm just like projecting about what is a big ick for me.
Yeah,
it's about.
I was like, I think you just didn't like his walk. I was like, did you ever tell him?
No, you can't because they can't help it.
How
But
did they walk?
Well, you know how some people kind of like walk on their toes?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Swimmers actually do that a lot.
And a lot of people, I'm actually not going to, I don't know if that's true. I'm not going to say it. But people who walk on their toes or like,
Out, a little bit out.
yeah.
And
the thing
guys
is,
do
like,
that.
No one can help the way they walk. So I will never bring it up. And now I'm going to seem like a very selfish, self-centered, because I'm sure
Babe,
when I walk,
you're
I'm
not
like,
going to love everyone, and that's okay. And if you didn't like his walk, then it's good you didn't stay around.
Yep.
But I don't think you pretended to like his walk. So the question I'm more trying to get at, I have an answer. So I'll give mine, and then hopefully that'll spur me on for you. Because I thought about this. Maybe I need to ask you in advance so you can think about it. Because when I saw this question, I think it was on TikTok, and it spurred me because I feel like in my 20s, I pretty much just changed who I was if I was dating someone. I was like, well, this is who I'm dating. And also I lean in hard generally to things. I'm just a very inquisitive person. So you can pretty much say anything and I'll get on board.
You and I both are like, used to be social chameleons to guys.
Oh, 100%. That's what it is, though. It's like this person's coming up and speaking to you. And I had this vision of, it was musicians and these two guys that I dated who were musicians over the years, and having to sit there while they like sang their music at me. Dude, and you're like, this is so good. I mean, to be honest, at the time I did think it was good. I don't think they're not talented, but it is a very uncomfortable thing when you're sitting in a room, just the two of you, and they're singing their music to you.
I don't like that.
It was giving Ryan Gosling singing to Margot Robbie in the Barbie movie, you know, when all the
Oh my
Kens
God,
are
yeah.
singing. That's totally what it was.
That's so awkward and
Yeah.
self-centered.
Right?
Why did they
Right?
think we're that fucking interested?
I know.
We were probably sitting there like,
Oh, I was like, oh my God, this is so romantic. It's like a movie. Another movie. Another way I lived my life like a movie, or at least told myself I was doing that.
oh,
Crazy. I mean, there was little things though. Like I definitely have sat at a lot of sport games thinking I was
Yeah.
into it.
oh my God. No.
I don't even pretend now.
No.
Jeffrey knows I don't like it.
No. Yeah.
Although did watch football this season, and for the first time I understood maybe why it takes it's a skill.
So
So
one
again,
of,
usually I get one over.
one of Saskia's like very like endearing qualities is that she is one of the biggest supporters to her friends or partners, and when she leans in, bitch, she leans the fuck in.
I'm
and
leaning in hard.
I noticed Saskia went from saying, I don't understand why Sunday sports is such a big thing, to truly the next month, yeah, so, you know, we were watching the game on Sunday, and, you know, I get it, and I was really into it, and I was yelling at the TV. And I was like, okay.
To be fair, this was one game. It
One
was the
game.
Super Bowl.
But you leaned
Super Bowl.
in.
I did lean in. I was also doing a puzzle at the same time, but I did a beer puzzle to like, you know, get into the vibe of the Super Bowl.
Holy shit, where did you get a beer puzzle from?
Amazon.
Did you buy it?
1,000 piece.
Oh my God.
I did it in like a day. I spent a long time on the puzzle. I get like hyper focused.
Yeah, no shit.
It's so great. It's like the Olive game all over again.
Oh my gosh, no.
One piece per.
The fact that you did a 1,000 piece puzzle in a day, but also to support you watching the Super Bowl, to support your boyfriend, to support his interests.
But it was the moment I was like, there's skill here. Wow. Who am I? Oh my God. Am I liking things for someone for no reason?
No.
It's different.
No,
But
no.
what did you say before? The social chameleon?
Social chameleon.
That is, I feel like, I don't know. Do a lot of people do that in their 20s? Probably, because I think we're all trying to figure out who we are. Which kind of ties into, I mean, I just finished that new show on Amazon, Overcompensating.
Oh, I want to see that.
Yeah, it's so good. I only know him as Benny Drama, but that's like not his real name.
He's really good. He's very clever.
So smart. The script is so well done. But that's essentially the premise of the show, is overcompensating. Each of them are doing that, but they're all morphing into the person they feel like they should be. And I think that's 100% can relate to doing that in your 20s, especially.
I have absolutely pretended to enjoy their preferred styles on women.
Right. Interesting. Like you changed your style.
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
It was very peculiar. It looked like I was playing dress ups
When was this?
in my 20s.
I'm trying to think. I guess I feel like, you're like most you is definitely me now.
Yeah, but it was before. No, it was from when I moved here at 24. I feel like I kind of lost the outfit social chameleon aspect of things, because New York, everyone just wears black, and that's what I'm most comfortable in. That's why everyone thinks I'm a waitress all the time.
I also don't agree that everyone in New York wears black. I think it is like common, but I also, if you look around, really look around, like people are wearing whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
I think like people just like that sentiment because it's like New Yorkers are so angry and mean. But
I am.
Yeah. I was like, maybe
I was
that's
like,
what read for
wait,
you.
I was like, it's where I shine, baby.
Have you ever, so Kat is celiac. Have you ever pretended to like eat gluten?
I've had to do it in situations where I don't have a choice, and it would have been like rude not to.
What do you mean?
Like I had to do it in France a few months ago because we were having a client dinner with one of Joe's clients, and they did not realize they didn't understand, and I was just kind of munching. I was unwell.
People in France don't have celiac, so Joe works in wine, so that's why Kat they were smoozing and boozing probably, right?
What would you call the I'm not a wag, but what would be the wag equivalent of like a wine person's girlfriend?
Wives. What is WAG stand for
Wives
again?
and girlfriends.
Oh, is that all it stands for?
Yeah.
I thought there was a sport reference.
Is it?
Dude, so many times I've been like, wives of sport players. I was like, that's not it. Wives and girlfriends.
You were overcomplicating something that is simple.
Well, why couldn't WAGs just be for the winos too?
Also, the amount that you use ChatGPT, why didn't you just ask ChatGPT?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it that much.
Also, PSA, I need to retract a comment that I made a few weeks ago. I do not endorse ChatGPT for therapy. I do not.
Wait, really?
Do not.
Why? What's come out about it?
So, since that episode, there's like, I mean, we already knew this, but it caters to whatever your needs are. And it's always going to pretend it's like your bestie. I do not endorse. I do not encourage.
Interesting.
Because you could be like, well, this person is bullying. I'm making this up. Like, oh, this person's bullying me. Should I?
No way.
Like,
I
yes,
haven't seen anything
babes.
about that. That's super interesting. The last thing I read about, they did this test and it was using AI to, I don't know if it was like, you know, when you have to sign on and you have to like pick, it's like choose which circles have bicycles in them or something. So it circumvented it by saying I'm blind and I'm not able to choose it to be able to like get past that step. So it like lied to be able to get past the step. Dude, it's scary. What's happening?
I don't want to think about this. There's a bad juju going on in the world this week.
Yeah. I mean, who knows where things are going, babe? It's
I'm
a
already
lot.
on my way to be a problem anyway. Let's not fucking add fuel to the fire. On my way to be a problem to get espresso mart. One more coffee.
Yeah, then you'll be losing a quarter of life.
Oh, shit.
So jacked up on coffee.
I need that other half of my life. I'm on 8.5 out of 9 lives.
So dark. I don't want to talk about it. No.
This is why I just look at the outside world from inside.
Yeah, we love that. Well, that's interesting though. And I think with the back to like what you like for guys or what you've liked for a guy. Because I just was having a vision of you eating gluten in your early 20s.
Psych. Did that a few months ago.
Yeah, no, you're like, no, I did that a month ago.
Yeah.
It's great. We've come really far.
I'm going to have to think about this.
It's interesting. You kind of I started to go back and look at specific examples, I guess, of when I was in it. And like, it was hard to distinguish because sometimes I do think I genuinely am just an interested person. And but then there were definitely times that I think I feel like it's first dates maybe. You kind of put on, I don't know, I think we mirror.
Yeah.
And you
it's
mirror the
performative.
person you're with. Yeah. I don't know if I would do that if I was single now. It's so hard to tell. I often wonder about that.
I stopped doing it truly like late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah.
I think early 30s for me is probably
For the 5 years
changed.
that I was single. Whoa.
I mean, I think being in a long-term relationship with Jeffrey, and for our listeners, like I was single for 10 years prior to meeting Jeffrey, and I feel meeting him, having that foundation where you feel so safe, you realize that it is okay to just be yourself, and maybe I think subconsciously I might not have been doing that.
Psychological safety.
It's powerful.
Yeah.
I get it.
But also, to your point, what is the line of just being interested or absorbing their interests?
Exactly. And I think it's being able to share your own.
Yeah.
Because if you're just fully ignoring your own, then maybe that's what the line is. I don't know. Something to think about.
God, food for thought.
Right?
Ugh.
It's a lot.
Mikey.
I know. And I just kept thinking of that Barbie scene of just the
Oh
guy,
my God.
Ryan Gosling singing to her. And I went back and watched that scene when I was thinking about this story. And the song they sing is a Matchbox 20 song. Matchbox
my God.
Matchbox 20 is also giving Nickelback.
I know. I love Matchbox 20.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know Charlie XCX was also
No.
her song was also in Barbie.
No, we're not.
I did it again. Guys. I'm sorry, I
we
knew I was
made
banned.
we made a plan that we were not going to mention that bleep.
I can't help it. In other news, did you see Lord's new song?
Oh my God.
I really need to get some new interests, but don't worry, Love Island's about to start.
Oh my God, no.
Or by the time this comes out, it will have started. So I am very excited.
So I'm not.
I'll have some tea to bring to this podcast, guys.
I'm
Love
not-
Island weekly recaps.
I'm not leaning into Love
This
Island.
becomes a Love Island podcast.
Oh my God.
Just every
It's just
week.
me silent.
Yeah.
Going.
So this is what happened this week on Love Island. I got a text.
Oh. No.
I lean in.
I know.
lean in.
And that's one of my most favorite qualities of you.
Thank you. So get ready for my entire personality to change, likely adopt a low-key British accent. But
Social
also,
chameleon.
I'll be watching the US one, so who knows what will happen. It might be confusing.
Oh my God.
But then again, this accent is confusing at the best of times, so.
Oh. No, we love it. But speaking of music, do you still use Shazam?
I've never used Shazam.
Okay.
Shazam.
Oh my
I
God.
can't actually say
Shazam.
Shazam. How do you say it?
Shazam.
Shazam. Oh, there we go. Jeffrey uses it so much.
Okay.
Maybe every single day.
So do I. So I was in Pilates the other day, and the studio that I go to, which you still need to come to, the studio that I go to, mirrors everywhere, obviously, and everyone. I like to think that everyone's too busy looking at themselves. Makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
But
100%.
the other day, there was a song playing, and I wanted to Shazam it. And every time I Shazam, there's a deep shame that ripples through my body when I have to Shazam. I turn my brightness down.
Wait, why?
I don't know. Why is Shazamming something so embarrassing?
Is it?
Yes.
I've not known that. It was
Because you have
embarrassing.
to be silent, and you kind of have to just
You have to put your phone up into the air.
a little bit.
Jeffrey does it all the time with no
Does he?
qualms.
He has no shame.
Does that man have shame? I don't think so.
Do males have shame?
No.
No.
His hand just goes up in the air. I don't even notice it. I genuinely have never had a second thought on it.
Try doing it. Okay, this is my homework for you. Shazam something in public and let me know how you feel.
I will probably feel terrible because I have big social anxiety
Yes.
and out in the world.
But the fact that it's just so, and I was like, there's mirrors all throughout this studio. Is everyone going to
why
think
didn't
I'm
you just
Shazamming?
put it on the ground and then go?
Well, I do.
Do you have to
sometimes.
hold the button?
No.
The button?
The button?
Okay, so I'll take this away and go somewhere in New York City and Shazam a song.
It's hard to do
Shazam.
it on the streets of New York because of, as we have heard, all of the outside white noise. It's not even white noise.
When are you listening to a song on the streets of New York? Wouldn't you
Maybe
be
I
in a
want to
venue?
Shazam the mitzvah truck.
Yeah, true. Outside the window.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh my
you're in
God.
your house though, so you're okay. Inside, outside, you know.
Inside, outside.
Okay, fine. I'll do it. Wait, but you need to have a task.
Nah,
Fine.
I'm good.
I'm the one that's likely to complete the homework anyway.
Yes, you will. I'll be like,
I give you
"Oh."
something and you won't have done it.
Whenever my therapist gives me homework, I'm like, don't tell me what to do.
I actually used to hate my old therapist used to give me stuff to read and it really irritated me.
Yeah.
I was like, we're not here for that.
Not
If I
trying-
discover it in my own time, great. But I don't want to do work after work.
Not trying to work after work, baby. It's what we say. All right, you have a task for next week.
All right. I'll
Good.
report back. Okay. I
Okay,
guess we're
all right.
finishing. Should
Espresso
we?
Mart time.
Yeah, fuck. I actually really need one. I don't know if I can even think of a fun way to wrap this
No,
up.
this is just it.
We're
We're
just
going to get
wrapping
Espresso
it
Marts.
up, babies. See you later.
Bye.